All right, I'm going to go over how to do checkpoint 3 here for our circuits lab. We're going to be measuring current in a few different setups. Remember, you're always going to look here first. Look at the summary of what you're going to turn in before you submit your checkpoint to request feedback. It says you have to fill in your data table. We'll show you what goes in there and how to do it. There's 2 post-lab questions you'll do after you've done all the lab. And then you're going to make your circuit diagrams for the 2 circuits that you're going to build. So on your own, you're going to read the current lab background so you get a little information about what we're doing. And you're going to need to click this link here. It's going to take us to our simulation link. And once it opens up, we have 2 options, and we want the second one. We want to switch over to where it says lab and double click in there. All right. There are written directions too, but we're going to show you what they mean. And the first thing you need to do when you're here is press the plus button by wire resistivity as well as the battery resistance. We're going to move the wire to about the middle and the battery resistance to 5. If you don't do this, I'll absolutely know because the numbers you get will be a little off. Well, actually, they'll be way off, and I'll know you didn't follow directions, so you have to redo it. Why waste your time? Just do it right the first time and set it up just like here. And the checkpoint has a picture showing that too. The next thing you're going to do is you're going to build a circuit just like the one here. And you can go back and forth, except you see here where these pieces are not connected, you're going to make them touch. And when they touch, you'll get a reading right here. Instead of saying 0, you'll get a number, and that's the number we're looking for. I'll show you how to build it. To build the circuit, you grab the part you want by clicking it and holding it and bringing it out to the picture. If you want to move it, just click on one end and hold it, and then you can like rotate it, turn it around, whatever. But we'll just leave it here. So I'm going to grab a wire. Notice I made sure it touched, and if it's touching, the dotted lines will turn black. I go back and I look at my picture. I need a wire coming off of that with a light bulb. So I will put a wire that connects it, click and move that other end down. It says I need a light bulb. So I'm going to turn my light bulb to the side by moving it, connect it so it turns black. I'm just going to stretch mine so I can fit things more easily. It shows that I put that machine, the ammeter down there. And you will need to connect here. Right here, it's not connected, so you don't see a number for current. As soon as you connect that, you will get a number. Once you get that number, it tells you to record that number here. So if I jump to the bookmark, it takes me right to the part of the data table where I'm going to put it. Right here, test circuit 1, point A. All right, now it says we've done 1 and 2. Oops, I'm sorry, I didn't go far up enough. My fault. We've done picture here. Now notice we have to build this. It looks the same, except I moved this machine to the top. There's a reason for that. Remember, electrons or electricity come out of the negative end of the battery. So we're getting the electricity from here, measuring it in the current here, and then it goes through the light bulb. In this picture, the electricity comes out, follows this pattern, will go through the light, and then to the machine. So what we're really trying to see is there any difference in current before it hits a light bulb or resistor compared to after it hits the resistor? And the only way to find that out is to check it out with building. You can reset this whole picture, or you can just break up some parts by clicking on them. When I click on it, it says cut it apart. So if I cut out those parts, I can just move things. Now I'm going to move this up here. I'm not connecting this on purpose, but you will need to connect it so you get a number. I'm connecting everything else. As soon as you connect this with this, and the dotted lines turn black for both, you'll get a number for the current, and you'll put that number in your data table right here. Remember, your first data number you got here is before the current went to the light bulb, and the number you just got here will be the number you get after the light bulb. And that's it for part 1, the test circuit 1. Now later you're going to have to make a circuit diagram, but you don't have to save what you have on the screen because you can make it out of this. One thing to remember before I forget, you don't have to put this machine in the circuit. You can just have a wire. It's the same difference, so there's no need to put this machine in your circuit diagram later. All right, now it says test circuit 2 directions. It says to set everything to 0, the stuff that we moved. If you look here, the picture shows this goes to 0 now, and this goes to 0. So I'm going to trash this all. I'm going to hit trash button to get rid of what I had. Oops, I thought it would get rid of it all. I forgot that's behind my picture. So I'm going to hit the reset button, and everything goes back to normal. Now, if I open this up, that went back to 0, that went back to 0, and that's what we want. All right, what circuit will I build now? Well, it shows here. It shows I'm going to have a circuit with a light bulb, and the ammeter will be after. So remember, click, drag, and hold. I remember what the picture looks like, so I'm not going to have to go back and forth. Just making the same circuit that's on checkpoint 3. Now you will need to connect these 2 buttons. To the wire here to the light bulbs, so those dotted lines go from red to black. I'm not going to do it because then I'd give you the answer. But once you connect yours, whatever current shows up here, you're going to record that under the test circuit to 1 light bulb box. So your answer goes here, whatever number pops up. Then we need to add a second light bulb and eventually a third to see what happens to our current as we add light bulbs. Maybe nothing happens, maybe something does. But to do that, I'm just going to drag another light bulb. And now I have 2. Oops. You will connect these points, the wire to the light bulb again, and you'll get a new number, maybe, or you'll get the same number for current. And with 2 light bulbs, that goes next to the 2 box right here. It says we need to add a third light bulb, so I go back. I'm going to grab a third light bulb. Connect it. And once I connect the wire to those bulbs, it will tell me the current there. I'll see if the number changes and record it here. That's all for the simulation part. You'll have all the data you need. And then you have 2 questions to answer from the simulation. What happened to the current when you added the second bulb? So did the current go up or down, and why? Or did it stay the same? And explain what current is. If you don't remember, read that background or check your notes. Here are the helpful resources, the places you can find it. How do you know the answer to number 1 or 2? If you don't know it, go to your Power Focus 6 Objective 2 slideshow or the notes if you took them, or watch this video, or read any of these, and they'll all help you find the answers. Last but not least, you're going to make circuit diagrams again. So to do that, a refresher. First off, these are the names of the parts on that website that you'll need. A battery, a toggle switch, a resistor US, or a lamp, and wires. We go here. If you remember, we've been here. We've made things here. It might even pop up my last one, but I'll get rid of that. So we had a battery. So I'm going to type battery in this box over here. As soon as that pops up, I only typed BA, you can see. But the word battery popped up. I click it, and then I have a battery. If I click and hold it and drag it, it makes the battery with the wire. Remember, our battery was on the left side for the first test circuit. I'm doing the first picture. Then I can click wire and drag that as far as I want. And I will make this picture for test circuit 1 look just like the first picture up here. So I'm trying to make it look like this. A battery, a wire, another wire to a light bulb. Remember, we don't need to put that machine in there. We can just make it a wire and we're okay. Once I finish that, and mine's not finished, I will hit download, PNG. I don't think this pops up for yours, but if it does, you can hit save. It's not a big deal. And then if you notice down here, at the bottom left, that's where it downloaded. So I go back to checkpoint 3, all the way to the bottom where I'm putting these pictures. Test circuit 1 is down here now on the bottom left. And if I drag it and hold it and let go, it magically puts it there. So it's perfect, nice and easy. You need another test circuit. If you remember, test circuit 2 just had extra light bulbs. So if I was putting my light bulbs in, they're called lamps, I would need not one, but either 2 or 3. I don't care if you put 2 or 3. We use both. And then I'd finish my circuit and download it the same way. That's all there is to checkpoint 3. It sounds like a lot, but it's really not that bad and pretty easy stuff you've mostly done before with just 2 questions.